Now, tomorrow is World Embroidery Day, so embroiderers all over the globe will be coming together to celebrate their love for this age-old art form, and it really is age-old. So we're joined this morning by Yvonne Francis and Penny Cornell of the Cape Embroiderers Guild, who are going to be sharing some of their beautiful work and incredible skill with probably the two most useless embroiderers on the face of the planet, judging by our knitting skills. Yeah. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us and bringing some beautiful work with you. Really spectacular.
Yeah, absolutely stunning. Before we get into some of the works and exactly how, embroidering works, I'm getting also English lesson today. We're talking embroiderers.
Yeah.
Embroidering.
Embroidering. Tell us a little bit more about the Cape Embroiderers Guild. I mean, how the guild was founded, and then once you become a member, what are some of the events that you do organise for the members?
We started out 32 years ago. There were a group of ladies who'd been stitching with a visitor who had been teaching them something. And these ladies just got so hooked on something that they hadn't done before that they decided that they should tell the world, if you like. And they got lots of other people involved, and they had an inaugural meeting, and embroiderers popped out from under the wainscoting and behind the doors all over Cape Town, and nobody knew that there were so many embroiderers around. And that's virtually how the guild started. And here we are 32 years on, and we're still stitching away. And yeah.
So we formed a constitution and began a proper guild.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that. One gets a sense of community as well, and that is vital when protecting an art form. And I'm going to call it an art form when I'm looking at the incredible work that you've brought with us. Yvonne, maybe you can take us through. I mean, in my mind, I'm seeing a funny little old pillow that's being not this. This says commercial opportunities, this says skills development, this speaks about a whole lot of different elements as well. But talk us through the work specifically.
Because there are so many elements of embroidery that one can enjoy. This is an age-old art form called Jacobean work or crewel work. It's extremely fine, beautifully done in silk. So that is one of your more old-fashioned.
Did you say cruel?
Cruel.
Particularly cruel on guys like us. Yeah.
C-R-E-W-E-L.
But that is beautiful.
And then these are Penny's much more modern works. This is a Victorian, pre-Victorian gaming bag.
Oh, wow.
So from the 17th century, so your winnings from gambling were put into such a bag.
Oh, very naughty, very saucy.
Embroidered, also in silk.
Well, definitely some beautiful stuff, that you can make. I mean, I grew up, I've seen my grandma and my mom, they all, kind of dabbled in a little bit of embroidery, doing their little thing, but I've never actually tried it for myself. So I'm hoping you're going to actually sort me out this morning.
You eased into that one. You were just kind of like a tiger getting into a cold pool.
I don't know if I should stretch beforehand or anything like that. I'm not sure. But how does embroidering work exactly? Or embroidering?
You need a needle and a piece of cloth.
Is that pretty much it? And imagination.
Don't forget the thread.
And I'm guessing at our skill level, a pattern.
And an idea.
No, not necessarily. Some people work from patterns and designs. Like these band samplers, they were 12 different people designed the 12 different bands, and then different members of the guild received a new design once a month. And it took off as a guild project. Everybody had chose their own fabric, their own threads, and so they're all totally different. And after a while, we found that people from guilds in other parts of the country got to hear about it and said, please, 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 can we join in? So these designs went off from anywhere from here all the way up to Grahamstown. And eventually there were around about 100 ladies stitching away on these band samplers. And this is just two of them. And you can see how very different those two are. So if you can imagine, some people did it all in one color. Some people did it in...
Striking. I absolutely love it. Well, we're going to continue our lessons behind the scenes here this morning. Just very quickly, an address. How can people connect with the Guild?
Well, we have a website. We have a Facebook page. And there's also a website called Embroidery Network South Africa. So any of those would take you to us.
Stuff. Okay, well, we're going to get busy now. We're going to take a very quick ad break. The fun continues on a very feel-good Friday morning right here on Expresso.